Good evening and welcome back to our Polo Line viewers to Chantilly with our second match here this afternoon between Germany Hamburg and Haute-France. These two teams both of 12 goals, and in the green shirts will be Hamburg and in the white shirts will be Haute-France. We're just waiting for all the players to get to the middle of the field here now to get this second match underway. We've had 3 great matches so far, and I'm sure this one certainly will not disappoint. With the Hamburgs, we have the Grassman family, originally of course from Hamburg, but play most of their polo now down in Mallorca Polo Club, who certainly will be playing well together, knowing each other. And there we have the lineup on the screen. Daniel Grassman playing at number 1 on 0 goals. At 2, Henrik Dumas. Playing at number 4, at 3 is Cesar Grassman, and at 4 will be Casper Grassman. Playing on 4 goals, accumulating to 12 goal total handicap. Haute-France is Cyril Coates, playing at number 1. Playing at number 2 is Jules Legoban. At 3, Aleco Bandano. At 4 is Brio Rigaud, playing on 6 goals with a cumulative handicap there of 12 goals again. Aleco, of course, from Open Door in Argentina. It's his first season here down in Chantilly, having played previously, of course, in Spain and quite a lot in Switzerland as well. Our umpires on the field, Guillermo Villanueva and Gaston Acero, with the third man, Rafa Silva. Just calling the two teams up here now, just warming themselves up, looking to get this match underway. 5 chukkers of polo here now in this 12-goal match. Just working out which way they'll be going, and of course on our social media, please, we'd love to give you a shout out if we can get hold of you and make a comment on Facebook live transmission. We have, of course, on Instagram at PoloLineOK, Facebook is PoloLineInt, on Twitter is PoloLine, and of course on TikTok, PoloLineOK. So of course 12 goals apiece, nothing on the handicap here. Let's see how these two teams manage to level up. Two very well balanced team indeed. And maybe we'll have the opportunity to possibly go to an extra chukker. We have the umpire just coming over here. We'll just make a quick introduction of the players as they line up in front of us. It's been a very high level of polo so far for 12 goals, some very good competitive games. As I said, I'm sure this will not disappoint. And so we have on the green team for Hamburg, playing at number 1 is of course Daniel Grassman, playing at there at number 1. At number 2 it is Henrik Dumas. At 3 it is Cesar Grassman, and at 4 is Casper Grassman. And 4, of course, Haute-France, playing at number 1 Cyril Coates, but number 2 Jules Legoban. At 3 Aleco Bandano, and at the back door on 6 goals is Brio Rigaud. Big man at the back door looking to stop the attack there, of course, of Hamburg. And Grassman's, I'm sure, will be coming through with relentless power and force. But they'll go over to the far side of the field now to throw in for the first 3 chukkers before they come back over to this side. And it looks like we have the green shirts of Hamburg going from left to right, and vice versa. There it is, ball firstly into play here now. Just checking up and turning on that one quickly there. Oh, we just attracts a whistle there, just turning too much in front of one of the players. Was Daniel Grassman. We can see on the replay here, he makes his turn and just, oh, in fact it goes the other way. We have Jules Legoban letting him know that he's on the field and just pushing into his line, creating a foul. So we have a spot penalty of 5B, sorry, a penalty 5, just inside their own half. To be brought in here, of course, by Casper. Brings it forward, drives that one up forward, pushes that out wide, out towards the far side there for Caesar. Caesar Grassman on it here now, just settles down on the play, looks to see where his teammates are, looks to drive this one forward, does so, gets that one into the danger zone. It just hits a bit of a divot and comes off into the field. Quickly onto that one is Jules Loin, picks it up, but it's just stolen away from him there, it looks like, but then he just leaves that one behind. He's back onto the play here once again, working hard on that one there. It looks like that one there is coming away with it now with the white helmet. It is Brill coming away with it here now, picks it up, checks up on the play, leaves it behind on this occasion, just coming further back onto this one here. Daniel Grassman picks that one up here. Daniel tries to come back onto his own line, and as he does, we have Alejo Bandano coming to try and steal that play, but the umpire is possibly deeming that he wasn't quite on the line. Let's go back to the replay here now, and we can see that the ball comes through, and the line was more across the field, and Caesar Grassman managing to get himself turned quickly onto that line before Alejo, though quick, was not quite quick enough on this occasion. And we have the ball being just dropped down for a penalty here, with Casper Grassman just teeing this one up for a penalty 3, 40-yard penalty. Circling round onto this one here now. Drives, he shoots, they look to try and stop that one. It looks like he's put it straight through, no stopping that one whatsoever. So to open up their account here now for Hamburg is Casper Grassman. They will go back to the middle of the field here. You see on that replay here, hit it strong, hit it hard. No chance and no opportunity there for Hotterhans to try and get in onto that one to try to stop it. So the two teams will line up here once again. For Gaston Acero to bowl the ball in. Just looking for a vague resemblance of a gap to try and get this ball bowled in and trying out the back of the line out, but no, coming off with this one here quickly. It's Henrik Dumrath comes away. Henrik gets away from the pack. Here comes Jules, comes back at pace. He just checks up, trying to get Jules just to shoot on past. Does a little bit, but now he leaves it in turn and going towards the goal there. But unfortunately, it looks like that one has just gone wide. Caesar Grassman came in onto the play, trying to take it up and over from Dumrath, but it's now going to be brought back into play here by Brio. Brio gets a big lofted high drive, sends this one nearly up to the halfway line. Who's going to surface up onto this one here first? Jules can't get to that one there. Dummies the backhand, keeps it coming around the corner nicely this time. Settles down on the play. Does Casper. Casper leaves it now for Dumrath. Henrik goes up on the move. He yields off it, takes the man and leaves it for Caesar. Caesar up on the move here now, going forward, trying to get everything out of this horse to come back forward onto it. Bandano comes back, goes for the backhand, does so, gets the backhand, but the ball looks like it's just going to travel wide, and wide it goes. Nice backhand, good work there by Alejo Bandano. And then coming back in onto that play, played the backhand, but it did still carry out over the back line, but fortuitously for him, it goes out wide. So the ball sitting there on the back line. Once more, Brio to bring into play. Taps it forward. Keeps this ball moving forward. Goes under the neck with this time. You can see why he's playing it back. Got a great reach. Oh, nice little pluck out of the air there by Casper it was. Brings it forward. Casper trying to come back onto the play once again. Up onto the boards. Comes up onto the play. Does so. Got Alejo there with him. Comes around, gets to the protection, makes a turning play, centres himself back towards the middle of the field here once again, tries to drive that one up, does a beautiful high lofted drive, looking for a little bit more out of that one there as Caesar going hard towards goal, but going back with him once again. It is Alejo. Takes it onto his near side, looking to see him find a little bit of make a bit of space for himself here now. Just checks up, wants to come back inside. Alejo not wasting any time, tries to steal it from him. Doesn't manage to do so. He managed to just keep control, just has to regather possession once again here to Caesar, but we end up with what possibly looks like a little bit of a sandwich in there, and we get a whistle on the play just off the ball. Let's see if you can see on the replay. Just checks up, has to come back to it, and as we do, we end up with a little bit of a sandwich in there, with Daniel Grassman being the meat in the sandwich on that occasion. And we're just asking for a quick change of ponies as Brio decides to dismount off his pony. Also giving the opportunity for Cyril to go and change as well. Sorry, not for Cyril to change, for Daniel to go and change. But it looks like a few of the others are also going to take this opportunity if they can. Alejo, why has he changed? He's been working hard, covered a lot of ground so far. And there's a shot there, of course, of Daniel Grassman. So it ends up with a penalty in favour of Hamburg in the green shirts. A short penalty here now, but it looks like it is actually a penalty 3. A little difficult to see from my position. And coming up onto this is going to be Henrik Dumarath rather. Henrik comes up, drives, shoots. In fact, there's only 30 and puts it away beautifully. A great goal there, taking Hamburg now 2 goals out into the lead here in the first chukker. At about halfway through. Certainly come out with a vengeance here, looking to get their first win under their belt in their first match in this, the Nations Cup in Chantilly. So 2 teams lining up once more on Gaston Lacero. This looks for a little bit of a gap, just being encroached a little bit there by Alejo. Just asking him just to clear off that with a little bit, blows his whistle. There it is, ball back into play, out the line, out it comes, trying to get onto that one. There's Briot, but unfortunately it looks like he's just ended up crossing in front of Casper, who established himself on the line, and the umpires agree with him. And you can see on the replay here now, the ball comes out, Casper basically got himself established, and Briot comes across the face of him, not quite seeing the same line as the umpires, and this one here will end up, rather than going forward as he was going more across or backwards down the field, and we end up having a penalty for Hamburg from the spot once more, to be taken by Casper Grassman. Circling round here now. Now he taps this one here first, just brings it up forward to see if he can just pull Jules into him. He sends it up, gets it up past Jules. Nice weighted pass. Passing this one up here now. Up there for Caesar. Caesar tapping one way, goes the other way, looking to try and weave his way through this traffic, gets hooked off out of it in turn, but it is now going to be Briot. Briot makes a turn there with Caesar in contention with him, looking to try and make a play. He just flicks that one forward. He'll have to use it on this occasion, does so, drives that one up forward, a nice long lofted drive, but it looks like there's a plethora of green shirts going back. Alejo not going to be the first onto this one here, with first to surface onto it, it's going to be Casper. Casper takes this one around, but as we do, we get a whistle on the play. A little bit of a play coming off the play. And you can see as Caesar comes up to this, plays his backhand, it ricochets off a pony. But in fact, the play that the umpires are pulling on was actually off camera. A little bit of discussion there with Briot and umpire Gaston Acero. I'm sure he's just politely asking for clarity, even though there is a little bit of hand gesticulation going on. And this is going to get moved up here now for a penalty. But how far will they take it? They look like they're taking this one for Hamburg onto the 60-yard line for a penalty 4. A penalty 4 it's going to be in favour of Hamburg. Unfortunately, I was actually just watching the play and didn't manage to see what was going on just off the play, but it certainly was a play off the ball. Technical. And we have a 60-yard penalty. A penalty 4 in favour of Hamburg, being teed up here now by Casper Crespo. Casper Grassman. Casper. Gets that pony beautifully balanced, well mounted. He drives it, it's along the ground. Jules stops this one here, but he ends up going past him. Quickly onto that one though, as Brio comes onto it, clears this one away from the danger zone. In hot pursuit after him, of course, is Caesar, but he managed to get clear of him, but unfortunately leaves it over the top of it. Just nicely collected there, just puts on the brakes. Does Caesar, checks up, looks to come around and try and keep this away from Brio, but Brio working hard on him, pulls it away so far. He's hooking madly at him, but he manages to get away with this one. Takes his man, pulls him onto his near side, but it gets a little bit straight onto that one. Tries to come stick side, can't come back onto it. Brio comes in onto it, but unfortunately leaves that one behind. But it is now going to be, once again, it's Caesar. Goes to the backhand, gets that one, threads that one through. First quickly up onto this one here now is Casper. Casper drives that one up, nearly unseating himself in the moment of doing so. Caesar rushing back to try to get at this one away from Jules. He gets hooked off out of it. A little near side play comes in by Henrik, but this one in turn gets stopped on the back line by Brio and clears it away from the danger zone. First onto this one here is going to be Alejo onto the play. Alejo settles things down a bit. Oh, he just lifts his head looking to see where Jules was and just leaves it too much. Trying to get onto that one there was Brio, but no, he wasn't quite quickly enough onto it. The backhand came in, but Alejo coming back to close the door and save it here once again. A little bit of a collision, but we'll just move away from that one there. Nicely says Alejo. Alejo comes away with it here now. Bandano on the play, flicks it backwards, flicks it in there for Brio, and as he does, just getting a little bit smart and clever with that one there. Brio not content, but we get a whistle on the play as Casper manages to get himself onto the line of the ball. Sorry, Caesar gets himself onto the ball line. So this will get moved forward for a short penalty here, a penalty 2, a 30-yard penalty here. There's about a minute left to play here in Chukka number 1. 2 goals is to Hamburg. This they're looking to extend it to 3. You see a shot there of Caesar Hassman, 4 goals, with the captain's armband on, leaving the field just to quickly change ponies and leaving the penalty duties, of course, to Casper. But no, it's actually changed. No, it's going to be Henrik Domrath. Comes onto this here now, drives, he shoots in towards the goal, it is, and the flags are off, so that's 3 goals in this opening Chukka here for Hamburg, unanswered by Route de France at the moment. So back to the middle of the field, they're just starting a little bit slow and need to get into their momentum. But this Germany-Hamburg team, united and playing well together, come out with guns a-blazing. Gaston Lucero lines the 2 teams up. Just waiting here now. In fact, he probably actually doesn't have to wait for him to get back into the line out. Needs to get a little bit quicker. Does Caesar from those pony lines from changing. I think Gaston's just probably having a quick word with him about that. So Gaston looks to get them lined up here now. There it is, ball gets bowled into play it is, off the back of the line out, comes away with it, but we get a whistle on that play going from one side of the horse to the other. Does Caesar, attracts the attention of the umpire. Or was he actually foul hooked in that play? And it looks like they're moving this one away. Let's see. Oh, it was a bit of an angled ride-off coming in by Brio on that one there, and just catching him possibly a bit behind the saddle and just bumped his horse sideways, the back end of it, so we end up having a penalty in favour of Hamburg. The rule stating if you do hit behind the saddle or wobble that horse, the umpires have to be very strict on it indeed. And we end up with a penalty for a 60-yard penalty in favour of Hamburg, to be taken by Casper Krasman. Casper circling around onto this one here now. Beautifully balanced drive, strikes it absolutely extraordinarily, and it's going almost through the bushes at the back end there, the hedge, and there goes the hooter, and there it is for goal number 4 on the board for Hamburg. Beautiful example of how to take a 60-yard penalty clean over the top, making the score 4 goals is to Hamburg, with Route de France looking to open their account. And that is end of Chukka number 1, and now we look forward to a few messages and adverts from Polo Line.
Grand Pavillon Chantilly, hôtel 4 étoiles, à seulement 40 minutes de Paris, idéal pour vos week-ends à la campagne ou vos événements d'entreprise. Le Grand Pavillon Chantilly se situe à 5 minutes de Chantilly et propose une offre de restauration, un spa de 1200 mètres carrés et un kids club pour les petits. Venez vous déconnecter loin de l'agitation urbaine.
They say your eyes flash like lightning, so sweet and unseen, that your smile is like 100 full autumn moons.
Polar line, 4 goals is to Hamburg in chukker number 1, unanswered by Haute de France. There's been some 7 fouls committed by Haute de France in that first chukker, giving the opportunity for Hamburg to capitalise on it, and they've come out very strong indeed for the Craftsmans. So let's see what it is if we can get the Haute de France to try and build on this here now. They're possibly a little bit shell-shocked by the way that Hamburg have come out. So just waiting here now for Cyril and, of course, Alejo. So Gaston and Sarah to line the 2 teams up and get chukker number 2 underway with this 5 chukker match. 12 goals it is. Equal on handicap, both of these teams. Very well balanced teams indeed. So just waiting for just a little bit of order there. So you can get this into play, and into play it is. Skews off, outside, looking away is Domrath. Domrath looks to get away with this one here. He drives it forward, but first surface looks like it's going to be Brion. No, it is not. Coming on that near side at great pace. Certainly coming well with there. Caesar comes in, looks for that next shot. It's looking good. In fact, it's looking incredibly good indeed. A beautiful play there by Cesar Craftsman. Comes in off the line out, takes the pass, got away quickly on Domrath. These ponies have certainly got some speed and power, and manages to get just settle that pony before it and just got that next shot in and snuck it inside that right-hand goal post. Beautiful goal there, leaving Haute de France a little bit dumbfounded. A great play there by Cesar Grassman. Set up, of course, by Henrik Domrath. There it is, ball back into play once again, back of the line out, turning back onto it is Jules, looking for it is Briot. Briot picks up the play here now, in on that near side to try and spoil it. There once again was Caesar, but coming away is Briot once more. Just possibly showed a little bit too much of that to Caesar. They're playing a little bit of cat and mouse on this one here now. They're going to have to settle it down and start using between their ears rather than just trying to run this thing. I think this Haute de France team is going to have to do to try and get on top of these boys from Germany. At the back door, quickly coming onto it, comes away around the corner, showed too much of that one there to Alejo. Alejo comes with a backhand, and unfortunately for him it ricochets off the pony, so no luck could be found from that, but Jules picks it up here now. Dumrach goes in with a big ride-off, coming from the other side of him, and looking to steal that one there once again was Casper, but it keeps moving forward up onto it. We have Alejo comes in, the backhand comes in by Dumrach, Dumrach's backhand, but it's only as far this time as Jules Leguin takes this, looking to find a bit of space, run round the corner to get away with it. He half-pie gets hooked off out of it and managed to avoid it, looking to stick a ball this one home. A nice approach shot here by Jules. Can he get to it? Can he keep his man off? Gets through it, and a lovely goal opening up the account there for the Haute de France team. It is Jules Leguin scoring a great goal there. Came away, kept his head, and just came around around all the traffic and found his sights. A nice approach shot and put it away, even under pressure of Dumrath. So back to the middle of the field is once more. They're on the board. So 5-1 is the score. 5 minutes left to play here in chukker number 2. So back into play it is once again. Lecho's got a little bit tangled up in some tackle or something out of that one there as they come away for it. Jules, he's off on at it again. The goal scorer looking for another one. Straightens this one up. Has he got enough on it, or has he got too much on it? Unfortunately, it looked like he got a little bit too much on that one there. Just couldn't get the angle and just couldn't get enough time to get back to it just to try and flick that one in. Good attempt once again here by the Haute de France team. So that the ball is placed on the back line for Hamburg to bring into play. It'll be Casper to bring it in, but close by him, of course, is Caesar. Casper on the play here now. Casper there, but Nana was there just to try and look after him. He make him unload that ball. He does, and he does well. Sends it up here now, and he's got that one up there to Caesar. Caesar's going hard at the field, but good pressure there by Briot. Briot checks, turns, comes back inside. Looks to go with the big one. No, keeps it short, keeps it south of the players here now. Goes up forward, avoids that hook from Domrath. This time goes with a shot in towards goal, and in towards goal it goes, but unfortunately it just goes wide. Good play by Alejo, keeping the other Hamburg player in the form of Casper off out of his way. Good bit of tactics there, but the pressure was still on, with Henrik keeping the workload up there on Briot. But the ball is placed down on the line here now once again for Casper to bring into play. Casper taps it forward. Casper once again. Alejo there with him, teasing, playing with him. Goes under the neck with this one this time. Instead of passing that one up there to Caesar, goes with Henrik. Henrik, unfortunately, he's beaten to the play there by Jules. Jules plays a nice tail backhand. Couldn't pick it up there this time. Could Caesar, but it's picked up by Briot. Briot for Haute de France is on the move here now. Briot driving forward with that one there, but unfortunately over the top of it. But he's well supported by Alejo, picked up on the near side, now the stick side, but he gets hooked off out of it hard there by Caesar. Near side play there by Briot. Briot looking for the goal. Briot, but it goes past the goal, face the goal mouth here now. It's still in play, still dangerously close to the back line, close to goal, but he ends up managing to drive this one beautifully away, does Caesar, taking it away from the danger zone, trying to feed that one up here now for Daniel. But first to surface with the play is going to be Jules. Jules checks up, comes inside, but he gets his pocket picked beautifully there by Casper. Casper takes it away from on the near side. Alejo going back with him, pushing hard, goes back onto his near side once again. Couldn't get that play, worked on hard there by Alejo. Good play by him, but it's now left for Briot. Briot onto the play, looking for a man to get up further forward, and he does. So he sends Jules. Jules loves to run, and it looks like Domrath run out of legs here. So it's going to be Jules just to settle it down, checks it back into field, almost giving that one back in there towards Domrath, but he's straightening himself up towards goal. It's going a little bit wide. Can he get that next shot just before it goes in? But unfortunately, it looks like it's just gone wide. Couldn't get there in time. Nice play there by Jules, but just unfortunately pushes himself a little bit wide, and we can see on this here now, it was just a little bit too wide of goals and couldn't quite make it. He was possibly half by looking at that goalpost as well. Didn't want to collect it. He was certainly committed to the play, but unfortunately couldn't quite finish that one off in time. A nice passing play up the field there. Had the legs on Domrath and Henrik, but unfortunately for him was unable to capitalise on that opportunity that went given to him. So the ball will be placed down on the back line to be brought back into play. We just have a quick free change here now. And we have Daniel Craftsman at the far end of the field quickly changing. A couple of the other guys have changed down the bottom end, where the ball's being placed on the back line, and it'll be once again time for Casper Craftsman to bring it in. So players called, and it'll be Casper to bring it into play. Casper taps this one forward here now. Alejo in contention, looking to try and force him to make a play. Keeps tapping this one forward, bring it closer. This time goes in towards the middle of the field here now, looking for Domrath, but it gets Jules, gets onto that, but Domrath tries to steal that one. They're working hard on it. Jules leaves that one behind, but it's going to be Alejo to pick it up, but he gets in turn stolen away from him there by Caesar. Caesar on the move here now. Caesar playing very strongly indeed. Cesar coming up towards the boards here, checks up there with his man Briot, who ends up pushing him and taking him nearly over the boards, but a nice play there by Casper, who sends that one up, and we get the backhand comes in, but Caesar managed to pick it up on his near side, looking to straighten this one up and end up with a cut shot in towards goal, but it gets stopped by Alejo. He tries to get onto it, and in comes Jules to try and stop it, and it has just gone wide. That'll be interesting to see on the replay. But the ball's being placed on the back line here now for Briot to bring into play. Briot brings it into play here now. Briot Rigaud taps it forward once again. Opens that big shoulder of his and winds up and gets this ball nearly just short of the halfway. And he's set Jules on the move here now. Jules loved to run, but he's just fed that one a little bit too much in towards the middle of the field. Gets back onto his own line once again. Good play by him. Managed to check that pony up, and he feeds it up once more up here for Alejo. Alejo hooked off out of it and leaving it now for Caesar onto the play, turns it away there from Schul, checks up, takes the hook, keeps control of the play. The first bell has gone, sends a driving shot, looks there for a nice little bit of distance on it, but at first to surface onto this, it's going to be Lejo. Nice open backhand by him, ricochets off the pony and falls kindly there for Brio. Brio looking forward here now, but he knows that he has Caesar coming hard on him. Caesar takes the ball forward and sends the backhand sending towards the middle of the field, and there goes the second hooter, ladies and gentlemen, and that there will end chukker number 2. A very exciting chukker indeed, much more competitive. No goals scored by Hamburg, but there's one goal put on the board there by Hauts-de-France, keeping Hamburg at bay. And now we'll go to a few messages and adverts from Polo Line.
My name is Julien Rennes. I playing for PACA. I play with Dorian Bulto, Louis Jarige and Elena Venot. Yes, we play with 4 French players. I think it's amazing because it's a 12 goal, and to play with 4 French players, it's a good impression. Because with the injury of the patron Jean-Claude Legrand, she played Elena, and we chose Elena because she won the 2 last tournaments with Tito, and she's a good player, and it's good to play with her. It's a pleasure to play the Nation Cup. We hope to no, I don't know if win, but to the semi-final or the final.
Well, we went great today. We started a bit weak, but then we came chukker by chukker, and I think we won the fourth chukker. We won quite good. We changed the tactic a little bit. We put Mickey more to the back. We put Paul more to the front. I stayed with Chulo. Emil put more pressure on Horacio, and then I think we got them quite good in the first chukker.
So welcome back all to all our Polo Line viewers. We've got a shot there of the Hamburg team just mounting back up again as Donrath gets on board. Just to call these 2 teams back to the middle of the field here, and we'll be starting off with a roll-in where the second bell went. I'd love to hear from you. On our social media, you can see them on the bottom of the screen. Augustin Rivera, Peralta Ramos, Vamos lo Pibe. So we can see who he's supporting there. So I'll have the 2 teams lining up here on Gaston Lacero, who will be bowling in from the inside out. We're just waiting here now for the Hauts-de-France to make their way to the middle of the field here. And of course, there's definitely a little bit of an issue there. I think before there was a bit of technical going on between, I think it was Cyril and Caesar and just off screen. They were just touching mallets and saying, no harm done, all good, all fair in love and war, as it were to say. So the 2 teams will be lining up here on Gaston Lacero to get this thing going once again. Just inside the half of Hamburg. Gaston looking for somewhere to try and bowl this ball in. To try and avoid this whole melee situation. Does. Comes out the back of the line out nicely. It is Brio. Comes away with it here now. Brio contesting it hard there with Casper. Brio turns with the ball here. working hard on his Casper in behind his Jules to try and get a little bit of help and support. Tries to pull this one forward, trying to get it into position effectively where he's going to have to yield off out of it. The two number 4s going hard at it. Goes in towards the middle of the field here now. Looking for. No, goes. I thought he was going for the next shot, but he goes for the sweeping play. This time he swoops it round again. Briot coming in here. This time goes with the bomb of the next shot, and it's a massive next shot, just dropping it down in front of goal. But unfortunately, wow, that would have been an amazing goal, but it just unfortunately fell a little bit short and went out to the right-hand side of the goalpost. Great effort there by Briot. But it was a very long-range shot, but he was being worked on hard and pushed out wide all the time by Casper. So nothing to be given there, but Casper brings it back into play here now for Hamburg. Passes up there to Caesar. Caesar onto the play here. Brings it up forward once again. Takes it up further up the field. Keeping it pushing it forward. Domrath, who's going to first to surface this one? Tries to get a little bit of that one there. That's Daniel, but he gets hooked off out of the play, and it's going to be Briot. Briot gathers it up here now for Haute de France. It is Briot. Briot coming forward, looking to set it up there for Alejo. Alejo's already gone forward. He's looking for a pass. He wants the ball. He wants this thing to come forward to him, but he just checks up once again. He has Julien going up forward as well. There it is. He unloads it this time, but as he does, we end up with a whistle on the play. Julien coming through at great pace. Possibly one of the Hamburg players got caught out on the line. And we can see here now we have Julien go up in the yellow helmet. Up comes the play here. Comes up onto it. And, well, the umpire certainly didn't like something in that play. And I think it was possibly one of the Hamburg players just infringing Julien coming through. But it'll be up to them to see because they're right on the line and they can see exactly what's going on. Very high-level umpires indeed that we have here for this Nations Cup, the creme de la creme from Argentina. It looks like we end up with a penalty in favour of Hamburg. To be taken there by Casper. Casper taps it forward. And we got a right little ding-dong between Domrath and Briot up the front door here now. But coming up onto this one quickly is going to be Caesar there with Julien. Julien just yields off it. Domrath back onto the play on his near side, onto his stick side. Julien coming in hard on that one. Gets the better of the ride-off. Comes with the near side backhand. Not as much as you would like. Falls kindly. Alejo gets a bit of it, but now Briot takes it forward once again. Briot for Haute de France. Briot taps it once further. Again, he's got protection from his players here. Domrath slips inside, manages to get inside, avoids the hooking play, puts himself onto his near side down those boards. Does Briot, very strong player indeed. He straightens this one up, but coming back at pace for the near side backhand and executes it perfectly there. Does Casper in towards the middle of the field, and first to surface on this one is going to be brother Caesar. Caesar comes away with it. Pony running nice and low, but unfortunately left out and behind. A little bit of a backhand by Julien, but Domrath feeds it forward once again. Some great polo coming on here, highly contested. Both these two teams, pushes his man wide, takes control of his man and goes on the near side and sends this one in towards the goal. He's got the power on it, but it's going to be shadowed out over the line by Julien. So really good little bit of play there from these two teams here now. You saw lovely play there by Caesar, taking his man, putting him into his pocket, putting him on his right-hand side, on his stick side, controlling him and then being able to make the play on the ball. But unfortunately, just wide of the goals. Oh, and it's back into play, and we have a whistle being blown on that one there. As we saw, we had Alejo coming in onto the play, bringing it forward, and just couldn't help himself, could the Hamburg player. And just got himself across it. The whistle blows, and as you see immediately players go scurrying off the field to go and change ponies. That was a really good passage of play just prior to this. So thankfully they are changing those ponies to get onto some fresh legs, and they'll be moving this one up the field here now. But how far they'll go, I'd say they'll go to the halfway line for a 5B, and it looks like that's exactly where it's going to be placed down here now. And we have a penalty 5B in favour of Haute de France, with Briot starting to take the play. Briot brings it in here now. Alejo's already gone. He wants that ball. He wants to run. He wants to spread these players and catch them on the jump. But he gets onto that one, gets a little bit of a backhand. It's picked up here now, once again, by Caesar. Caesar on his near side, but he gets beaten out of that one there by Julien. Julien circling round, straightening himself up towards goal. Julien Leguemin, Julien, can he get it this time? Yes, he can. Just flicks that one inside the right-hand side goal post. Great goal there by the yellow helmeted Julien Leguemin on 3 goals. Taking the score now. 2 goals to 5 it is. They're working hard, this Haute de France team, but just not managing to be able to quite convert and get this pressure into points. But they're starting to build now. Unanswered 2 goals there by Hamburg. They have not been able to answer the last 2 goals. They started in the second chukka with 5 goals to 0. There's 2 goals being scored since then by this Hauts-de-France team. But it looks like we've got a bit of naughty Timothy in the middle of the line out, and the ball's being dropped down here now for a spot penalty, but it's in favour of Hamburg. Need to keep this discipline in the set plays. And the ball being teed up there. By Kasper Krasman. Circling round up onto the play here now. A little bit of volleying for position up front. He goes with a long shot, drives this one forward, pushes it up the field here, but first to surface onto this one. Looks like it's going to be Julien. Julien takes the man, leaves the ball for Briot. Briot checks up, comes forward with it. So in there, putting the pressure on, is Daniel rather, keeping him honest. But now it's Julien trying to work on it. Briot on it once again. But it looks like that ball has possibly hopped out over the back line. The pressure was on. Julien Briot looking for that one there, and it looks like that one's eventually gone off over the back line. So the ball's going to be brought back into play by Briot Rigaud. Goes under the neck with this one here, looking for Julien. Julien looking to try and pick this ball up here, but he's just been hard pressurised and marked in the play. Gets told to use it, but leaves it now for Briot. Takes the man in front. The man in front there, of course, being Cesar, playing very strongly indeed. Briot drives this one up, trying to get that one up there for Alejo. Alejo has to reach back for it, does so, gets away with that one there, goes with the next shot, does so, couldn't quite get over that one enough because he's being pushed off out wide by the Batron there in form of Daniel, playing really well, pushing him off out, stopping him from being able to make that next shot and being pushed further down into the corner. And oh, he's just had a tumble down at the bottom end of the off field there. You saw he's just been pushed off and then pushed off again once more, managed to get the backhand in. And as he was turning, it's a little bit hard, a bit slippery down that bottom end, and he takes a spill, takes a tumble. He's on his feet, so he's okay. And the horse seems to be fine as well, which, dare I say it, is more important. Sorry, Alejo. So I'll be back with you momentarily. We can see here, first of all, we had Daniel pushing him wide and then in to come and just give him a good bump at the end there to make sure that he couldn't get the shot he was looking for. Coming at pace there was Kasper. But no fault of anyone, just an unfortunate accident, a slip. So Alejo looking to remount back up again here now. And the ball placed on the back line here now. See Alejo back on board. Contento. And we end up having a penalty here in favour of Hauts-de-France to be taken by Briot Rigaud. And it looks like it's a 40-yard penalty from here. Comes in, drives, shoots, it's along the ground. He tries to stop it, but not able to do so. So there's another one, the third unanswered goal there for Hauts-de-France, making them 3-5, working their way stoically back into this match here now in chukka number 3 of this 5-chukka match. I think possibly the penalty went because there was a little bit of a late arrival in that last ride-off. So back to the middle it will be for Gaston Latero to bowl the ball back into play once again. Gaston bowls it in out the back of the line out, picks it up there, nicely does Cesar, but it's now picked up by Briot. Briot on the move here now. Briot takes it forward. He's been hard pursued and chased by Kasper. He and Kasper going hard at it down the field, opening it up, playing some nice polo, but they leave that one behind there, and it's going to be picked up once again here by Cesar. Cesar turns the play here, played very well indeed, and drives this ball, a nice long ball up to just short of the halfway line, trying to get back onto it again, couldn't do so, got hooked off out of it. Now it's left for Julien. Julien picks it up and settles things down, looks to make the turning play. He has Briot behind, yields off, leaves it to him, looks to get the man to be cleared off out of the way so Brio can mount an attack once more. Sends a driving shot up forward here, trying to get that one up to the front door. There nicely now for Cyril, and Cyril up onto the play, but he gets ridden off out of that one there and can't get onto it. The ball is sitting there. You can see that you have Brio trying to come in on the meat there. Couldn't quite get the meat there against Casper, but he manages to make the spoiling play, and wide it comes, but to come in and tidy it up once again, it looks like it is Caesar who clears it away from the danger zone once more, but only as far as Julien. Julien turns it back in towards the middle of the field, but once again ubiquitous all over the field. It's Caesar keeps coming at him, but now Eleko takes over the mantle here. Now Eleko trying to weave his way through here and turns hooked off out of that one there, and it looks like we have a whistle on the play. So you can see on the replay here now, they're over the top of that one there. So let's see what Gaston and Gemma can work out of this one here now. But I think it could have possibly been a buried ball. So we'll start off with a line out. Very close to that Hamburg goal. Let's see who's going to come up with this very important line out here now. Ball into play. Stuck at the front of the line out, trying to come away with this here now. And it tells me Julien comes away with it. Julien comes away from the goals, trying to make the turn. Zama gets in, makes a spoiling play with the hook. Coming up onto this one here, it is of course the big guns. No, it is, looks like that one there was Casper. Sends this one up, but it's going to be Brio to come away with it once again. Tries to make the play onto that one. That one there was Caesar, but he might have just encroached the line a little bit, and we get a whistle on the play. Trying to play the little belly shot. You can see we come into the boards. Brio sends this one into the middle of the field onto his near side. Looks to try and make the belly shot and takes away, but as he did, I believe he possibly impeded on the line of Brio. And in the meantime, we'll end up having a quick change here now. And that there actually will end Chukka number 3. Got lost in all the excitement and didn't quite hear the bell, with the score being 5 goals it is to Hamburg, 3 goals in Haute-de-France. And we'll just have a little bit of a longer break here while these boys compose themselves, get a little bit of electrolytes into the water. They've been working hard on this hot afternoon. And now we'll have a few messages and adverts from Polar Line.
They say your eyes flash like lightning, so sweet and unseen, that your smile is like 100 full autumnal moons. Your skin golden, and your victory is endless. You magnetize everything without exception, and are praised even by the Gandharvas. You dance, right knee bent and left extended, your brow wrinkling, you stun all thinking, you shine with limitless joy, freeing all hardship. You wear the new moon as a tiara, dancing, spinning, you strike the earth's surface. Peaceful you are, liberation. Immersed in deep rapture, you're the bold dancing lady. You hold in your hand your joy and contentment, with lustrous sparkling eyes. Aren't you the one who brings peace?
See if Hamburg can find their Wasser once again. See if they can get their mojo going. They start off in that first chukker with 5-0, but Route de France never say die. Keep on coming back at them. It's now 3 goals it is, and you can see. Sorry, it was actually 4 goals after the first chukker. You can see there by chukker, 4 goals to Hamburg, then 5-1 in after chukker number 2, 5-3 after chukker number 3, and it is Brio to come in here now. Brio Rigaud for 60-yard penalty comes in onto the play. Takes a nice driving shot. It's high, it's out of reach. Is it straight enough? Yes, it is. A beautifully executed penalty there. An absolute classic penalty there by Brio Rigaud, making it now 4-5 it is, closing that gap to within 1 goal. So a really good building team, this Route de France are progressing themselves well in this match. So 2 teams lining up in front of us here at Polo line side by the orangery in the middle of the 2 fields. At Chianti, so first onto it, Brio comes out onto his near side, takes it back in zone territory, being pressurised there all the time by Casper. Comes away from Casper, back to Mallet, pushes it forward, comes out into some space. Nice play by Brio, goes with a long loft high driving shot, looking for Daniel out the front there. Looking for Cyril out the front there. But it is now coming onto it is Jules. Jules comes onto that one there, but as he does, he's just in front of Henrik de Rath, and the whistle blows. We can see on the replay the backhand came in, the line did change, so it wasn't still straight where Jules was playing, but no, it was certainly in favour of the green shirts of Hamburg, and the ball's placed down for a spot penalty here now, and it is going to be Casper to take it up. See where he's going with this one here now, taps it forward, in comes Alejo. Sends it wide out there, comes off the back of the Pony. Can Alejo get onto this one here? He's quick, but he gets hooked off out of it. Pony kicks it forward, giving Alejo another bite of the cherry on the near side. He's got the 2 big guns with him there, just checks up, sees what he can do with this one, pulls it away, turns away from them, leaves it now for Brio. Brio tries to come onto it, he gets blocked out of it by Domrath, and it's once again it's picked up here by Caesar. Caesar comes away with it here now. Caesar Goes back with him there is Alejo, puts it underneath the neck, tries to feed that one up to the front door. Backhand comes in, it now gets left, trying to look for that one is Jules, but it's there. In turn, it's picked up by Daniel. Daniel on his near side takes it a little bit further down the field onto the stick side, gets hooked off out of it. Jules flicks it underneath his pony, leaves it for Brio. Brio onto it here now, being hard pressurised once again there by Casper. Onto the boards it is, comes away with it here, straightens himself back up in towards the middle of the field. He's looking to go get the shortest way down, but as he does, he shows too much of that one to Dumrath. But as he plays that near side backhand, he just drifts across that line in front of him. Just the momentum taking him across the line in front of Brio. And we end up with a penalty going to be given here now to Haute de France, looking to level it. You can see on the replay, just came across him, maybe slightly manipulated to emphasise the point to the umpires by Brio, but it certainly was. He certainly did drift across it on that occasion. And Brio marches himself up the field. Let's see where this one's going to go. It looks like he would like something like a 40, but the ball has just been dropped there on the 60-yard line for a penalty 4 in favour here this time of Haute de France, looking to level it up here for the first time. So the troops end up going forward. Brio with the play thought that he should have gone further forward to put him in a position, of course, when a foul is taken, a foul is made, the penalty should be put down where they would have been if they had not been fouled. But the umpires deemed that that's far enough, thank you very much indeed on this occasion. And it's going to be a penalty 4, a 60-yard penalty. For Brirugo. Canters up nice and steadily. Gets hold of that one. It's at a dangerous height and it gets flicked in there, and it looks like got flicked in at the last minute there by Alejo. Alejo putting it away there. Beautiful goal. Just flicked that one inside the goalpost did Alejo Badano. So levelling the score up here now. 5 goals apiece. Two teams will make their way back to the middle of the field on our side once more. Coming in at nearly head height that ball was, but Alejo just kept his cool and flicked it in. So there it is. The ball back into play once more. Alejo off the front of the line out here now. Looks to get going forward. Scoops that one away there. Takes it away a little bit further forward. Leaves it now for Jules. He's been hard hooked off out of it by Dumrath. But it's once again Brio. Brio comes onto this play here now. Brio settles down onto that one and sends a long lofted driving shot up the field. Who's going to get to it first? And it looks like first onto this one is going to be Casper. Casper there with Alejo. Comes with the backhand. The backhand clearing it away from the danger zone for Hamburg. And it comes out, gets sent back in again there. By Cyril, he sends it in, and it is going to be Brio comes forward with the ball here now, teasing the players, looking to try and get this one in, looking to make the most of this one here, and coming across the front of there, looking to try and save it there, was the Hamburg player. And we have a whistle on the play. So you see, he's there with it, and Dumrath comes across the front. Henrich, it was either going to be a goal or maybe he'll get away with it, so the ball is put down for a penalty 2 from the spot in favour of Haute de France. A matter of 5 metres from the goal. Just quickly teed up there by Alejo. So Alejo to walk up to this one here now. Bandano taps it through the goal, levelling up the score here in Chukka number 4. In fact, going into the lead. 6 goals it is now for Haute de France. 5 goals to Hamburg. First time out into the lead. Come back very strongly indeed. After an amazing first couple of chukkers there by this Hamburg team. So lining up once more. Villanueva bowls that ball into play. Up the line out it comes. Julian trying to get rid of that one there. The backhand comes in by Casper. Casper's backhand. Who's first to surface on this one there? It's Alejo. Alejo being pressurised by Caesar. Gets a little bit of a hook in onto that one there, but Caesar comes away with it and drives it up first. Julian probably going to get to this one here first with that near side backhand underneath the tail, taking away from the boards in the danger zone. First onto that one is going to be Casper. Casper sends a backhand, comes off the pony, but Dumrath sends it a little bit further into the middle of the field, setting it up here once again now for Caesar. Caesar gets a big bump and a ride off there, a good ride off by Julian, but he gets his shot off. First up onto this one here, keeping him honest is Julian, but Caesar gets that shot in towards the goal, and not just towards the goal, it's through the goal, levelling the the scores once more. They've woken up of this Hamburg team here now once again. Lovely play on that replay. You can see just cutting the corner down was Julian. Gave him a good bump and pushed him wide, but never lost his cool there, did Cesar Grassman. And through the goal it goes, making it level once again. 6 goals apiece. So quickly back to the middle of the field it'll be to continue this chukker with just over 3 minutes left to play. So a couple of quick changes going on. Back to the middle quickly it'll be. Waiting for Aleko patiently. And there it is. Ball into play. Waited for him to be onside. But Domrath has it here now. Henrik has it. Henrik drives that one up forward. Looking for Cesar it was. But it's going to be Brio with it. But Cesar spoils his play. But Brio manages to regain possession. Just having to scurry off out of his way. His teammate there is Aleko. But it's going to be Brio turns around and faces forward here now. Hard pressure. Couldn't get onto it. Got pushed off out of it by Brio. Couldn't get onto it once again. But Aleko picks it up here now. Leaves it now for Brio. But Domrath working like a Trojan out there, picks it up onto his near side, looking to try and get this pony going as Aleko goes back with him. A good bump and a ride off between the two of them. Aleko yielding from him, pushes him a little bit wide, goes with the tail backhand, couldn't execute that one on this occasion. Who's first up onto this one here? And it looks like it's going to be Casper. Picks it up here. He yields off it and leaves it. And we have a whistle on the play. You see on the replay, looks to get that backhand, looking to see where the line was. But we end up with a whistle on the play, and let's see what the umpires can unpick out of that one there. And it looks like they're going to be placing a ball down for a penalty in favour of Hamburg. No ball has gone down yet. But it looks like Hamburg have a 40-yard penalty. Penalty 3. Oh, it's actually gone up closer than that. It's gone to a 30. And 30-yard penalty to be taken by Henrik. Henrik Domrath just taps that one casually and puts it precisely through the goals. A great goal there by Henrik Domrath, taking it 7 goals to 6 it is. Regain that lead. Comes in lovely, purposeful swing. And dropping the mallet down, pushing through that ball, and through the goals it goes. So back to the line out here once again. Ball back into play. Off it comes. Aleko, stick side onto his near side. Got pushed off out of it. Couldn't get hold of that one cleanly. Could Cesar. He gets pulled in his play, but manages to get back onto the play once again. He gets it stolen there by Aleko, but not able to go much further. Julien comes in and spoils the play and sets it up here, possibly there for Brio. Brio comes away with this one, but he shows a little bit too much of that one to Domrath, who plays the backhand. Under the tail it comes. Nice lofted shot, but who's going to quickly come onto this one? It's going to be Julien. Julien comes under the neck, trying to keep this one away here now from Cesar. Onto his near side. Nice play by Julien Legaban. Settles up on the play. Pushes that one underneath his man, but keeps on going forward straight down. He's just getting squashed further and further towards that bottom corner. Yields off it, leaves it for Brio. Brio comes up forward with it. He gets hooked by Domrath, but it ends up flicking forward, comes off the pony in the backhand. Clearing it away once again is Cesar Grassman. First to surface onto it, though, is going to be Aleko. Aleko on the play. Gets told to play it. He's got Brio there in behind. Tries to steal it away from him. There goes the first hooter, was Casper. And he sends it up forward, up there for the patron, up to the number 1 position. Can he get to this one in time? It's got a lot of legs on it. Under the neck, he goes with that one there. And a beautiful goal scored there by Daniel Grassman. Levelling up the scores once again. Great play, great position. Had to work. Not an easy goal to score. It was wide of those goals. It was very close to that back line. Nice concentration. And under the neck, very happy indeed, and rightfully so too. So that there will end chukker number 4. Leveling the scores up at 7 goals apiece going into the last chukker. So we'll go to a few messages and adverts from Pololine.
Hello and welcome to Malaysia. Whether it's your first time here or on a returning flight, we at BP are committed to creating a pleasant experience for you through our new COVID-19 screening process here in KLIA. As soon as you arrive, please proceed towards the BP Health Screening Lounge.
While you proceed to walk past a thermal scanner which scans all arriving passengers. Test our COVID-19 swab test online from your home country. Please proceed to the self-registration kiosk to process your e-vouchers. If you have not yet purchased the swab test, Do not worry, as our friendly BP registration staff will assist you with the process.
After registering, take a seat and relax at a world-class design lounge while you wait for your COVID-19 swab test.
Our dedicated team of healthcare professionals will be there to support you through the entire process. Our screening facility is also equipped with a state-of-the-art on-site COVID-19 lab to ensure a quick turnaround time and the release of the test result.
And that's it.
Here at BP, we hope that you have a pleasant experience with us throughout this process. Till we meet again next time, from everyone here at BP, take care and stay safe.
So welcome back here now, ladies and gentlemen, back here to Chantilly for our fourth game of the Nations Cup 2023. A very close contested game between Hamburg and Hauts-de-France, where we have Hamburg starting off very strongly indeed. Hauts-de-France managed to claw themselves back, get themselves into the lead. But now we go into chukker number 5. 7 goals apiece it is. And a quick shout out here now for Imran Khan. Imran Khan, thank you very much indeed for tuning in, a great supporter of Polo Line. We had Steve Thompson just watching earlier. He has developed an incredible coaching mallet called the Energy Mallet, which helps people learn to use the weight and the swing rather than trying to use force. It's a very ingenious invention indeed. And it's certainly been approved by a lot of pros, found it very useful indeed. And now we have the last goal there. A great goal there by Cyril. It had a lot to do and put it under the neck, and very happy indeed, and rightfully so too. So chukker by chukker, we see the progression of the match so far. After chukker number 1, it was 4-0, 5-1, 5-3, 7-7. You can see how this Hauts-de-France team have come back. Come forward with it out of the line. Out comes Aleko. Aleko yields off, leaves it for Julien. Julien, but unfortunately in doing so, we end up getting a little bit of a sandwich as he yields off. There's possibly a sandwich. Brio reckons it's in favour of him. However, Caesar reckons it's going into his direction. The umpires will just decide what the story is. But it looks like, yes, this is going to go forward for Hamburg. As Aleko just pulled off out of it, he impeded the passage of play of Caesar, and Caesar was currently in a ride-off there with Brio. So the penalty 4, 60-yard penalty, is going to go in favour of Hamburg, to be taken once more by Kasper Krasman. Krasman circling around here now. The penalty for 60 yards. Looking to get back out into the lead again. Strikes it. Well, it's straight, but it gets stopped there by Julien, and now picked up here by Aleko. Aleko looking to clear away from the danger zone. He gets hooked off out of it there by Debras, but it looks like there could have been a whistle on the play. A whistle on the play. Was he clean with that hook when he came in against Aleko? You see, no, it was actually gets stopped. And we get a whistle. Oh, no, it looks like, no, Julien didn't manage to stop it with the mallet. He stopped it with the body. And that is why we stopped the play, and we're just looking for the ambulance to come and see him. Certainly smarting a bit. That certainly hurt. Let's hope a little bit of the cold spray will do the trick and we can get him mounted back up again as quickly as possible. of things. He copped that ball just at the top of the, just on the thigh there. I think it's the RTB. There's a nerve that runs straight up the outside of the leg there. Could have given him a bit of a dead leg, but he's managing to be up now. And they give him a bit of the old magic spray through his whites. And that ball was certainly travelling at some speed. We all know that Apollo balls about 180, 185 grams, can travel at 160 kilometers an hour when struck well. And that certainly does let you know when you do get hit by it. But he seems to be walking that one off quite well, the magic spray doing its work. Will get himself mounted back up quickly. 7 goals apiece it is, putting his body on the line to stop that penalty, and did so justly for Houthens. So we should be starting this off with a hit in. Sorry, not with a hit in, from a roll in where the ball was when the whistle blew. When Aleko thought he was away. And let's go to a quick replay once more here now. You saw, that's the one, you saw it just came straight off his thigh. And Aleko tries to go in and clear it up a little bit more, and we can see why he would have looked a little bit bemused by the whistle. It's because his teammate copped that ball right on the top of the thigh. So now it looks like he's recomposed himself. The umpires are going to pull the team over here now. 2 teams over. As the ball gets picked up there by the umpire, however, they're taking the ball back to approximately where Julien was. In front of those goals, dangerous here now. For Houthens, they're certainly looking to want to clear this one away from this line out. Hamburg wanted to capitalise on the territory gain. There it is, ball bowled into play. Who's coming away with that one? Dumrath looking for it, working hard on it. Dumrath looks to play that next shot, does so, doesn't get the shot that he was looking for. Coming onto that one quickly, he can't get onto it, but we get a whistle once more. Oh, no, we don't. They carry on with the play, and Dumrath manages to keep control of this one here. Dumrath takes away out into some open space, goes for the open backhand, doesn't get it, leaves it now for Aleko. Houthens looking to clear this one away, takes it up behind him on this occasion here. He knows he's got his man behind him. Julien comes in, hooks him off out of it. Briot comes in and tidies up here now, looking to keep this under control and try and get this ball cleanly down the bottom end and score another goal. And it is Briot. Briot avoids the hook, gets going further, a little bit further. Very strong player indeed. Gets hold of it this time and drills that ball up forward. And who's going to be first onto it? But it looks like it's going to be the green shirt there of Casper. Closing the back door once more. Picks up the ball, makes the turning play with Briot in there, looking to try and force him to make the play. Does so, unloads it, sends it up the field here now. Dumrath looking to avoid the hook, does get hooked off out of that one there by Aleko, but it's left in behind here this time. But Caesar comes in, he just gets hooked off out of that one in turn, but it's going to be Julien turns the play here. Julien on the play here once again. He's trying to look and find out where everybody is. He's got a swarm of grease shirts all around him, looking to keep on moving forward. Yields off it, now leaves it for Aleko. Aleko comes in onto the play, looking for something out of that one. There is Caesar, but nothing to be given. He gets pushed back and he's waiting, trying to get going further forward, but Dumrath comes away with this one here now. Henrik on the move, opens that big shoulder and drives it up the field, but Julien coming down at pace here, looking for that near side play at least to hook him, and the little play there by Briot doesn't get what he wants, but he's got his man there, Aleko, to tidy it up for him and send it wide out towards the corner here for Briot to pick it up from the back line and take it out towards the corner. But once more, yet again, you have Caesar on there, working hard, trying not to let him get away with it, looking to try and make him yield off that play here now. Tickles that ball further forward. He's got Julien in there, but he comes round, turns round and steals that one away from him. In turn, loses it once more. It's tit for tat coming here now as Briot looks to make a play forward, but he possibly shows a little bit too much of that one, but in turn gets hooked off out of it. Oh, cat and mouse, and they're trying to get onto it, but nobody's been able to make a clean play on it. This time, yields off out of it, and the ball is there for Briot. Briot, and he's over the top of that one there. Thought that he had something as he left ball behind. He has to get back onto this one quickly because sharp as ever. It is Caesar. Caesar onto it. Gets in with the ride-off. Steals the ball off him once more. These two are having a fair old tussle and a ding-dong together out there on the boards. But finally it looks like that ball has hopped out over the boards. Having their own little personal match in there. Where's Caesar and Briot? And we get another whistle being blown. I think the players are going to be looking for a free change here now, as they seem to scurry off to their corners and change. And it's also sometimes a good opportunity for the umpires just to get the players just to cool down a bit. It gives them a minute, minute and a half just to cool down and clear their heads. You see there Julien just mounting up in his yellow helmet down in the Hood de France camp. Briot just hopping on board as well. And there you have Cyril still waiting there with umpire Gaston Acero, scoring that magnificent goal under the neck. And of course I'd like to thank, of course, Road Apollo for their kind support in mobility of Polo Line, creating the new future effectively of the younger generation. And the ball's been dropped down here now for Hamburg. Free hit for Hamburg. Going past it there was Casper, leaving it now for Caesar. Caesar taps it once, taps it again, comes in behind, does Casper. Caesar going forward here, going through the traffic here at Momentum. It's Caesar, he flicks that one further forward. No, and it's off the goalpost. Can you imagine it? But it is there. Casper's in to try and put it away, but he doesn't quite manage to do so. Briot clears it away from the danger zone. They're on the rampage here now. What pony has he got underneath him? He's just gone on the fresh legs, but coming hard down the field here now is Caesar to try and close the gap. He can't afford to check up because Caesar's going to close him down. But he goes wide, out towards the side. Briot goes with the next shot, looks to push it in, but Caesar's already sitting there at the back door, and it's going straight towards goal, but hasn't quite got the legs on it. And just to come onto this one, income on the near side comes Alejo, but Caesar keeps his cool, turns the play, sends it back up. It's end-to-end stuff here now, and he sets this one up, hopefully there for Daniel, but first onto it's going to be Julien. Julien flicks it away from the line, turns it out towards the side, comes in once more, gets ridden off out of it well there, and it leaves it now for Casper. He gets the hit, but doesn't quite get what he was looking for. It's Alejo, ridden off in turn. Tries to get onto that one there. They're all sitting patiently waiting for Briot to make the play. Briot taps it forward underneath the player, so he just has to move off it on this occasion. Set sail once more. Briot going hard at it. The two number 4s with Casper going at it hard down the field here. Gets away from the man, goes with the next shot, tries to flick this one in towards the goal. Towards the goal it goes, but it gets stopped the play. Alejo couldn't quite get onto that one to finish it off. And it looks like it's turning round back onto it. Julien coming onto it once again. It's a mess in the goal mouth there, trying to get onto it. Julien working hard. Julien. It's still wide. Couldn't get that flicked in, but finally it gets flicked in by Briot. They worked hard for that one. They certainly deserve a big round of applause for that goal there. An outstandingly worked goal. Great pressure by Hamburg to keep them at bay, but there was nothing they could do with that one there, as we have Haute de France getting that one through the goals, taking the score now. 8-7 it is. With a couple of minutes left to play, 2.5 minutes to go here in this match. But it looks like there might have been a little bit of a tittle-tattle or something going on. A ball's being dropped down at the halfway line. So there'll be no rolling. So let's see what this is going to be. And yes, it is a penalty, 5B, a technical. From the halfway point for Briot. Briot to go. We'll circle around on this one here now. Has he got a 5B in him, or will he keep it short? No, he decides to keep it short. Taps it forward. Dumrath there waiting for him. Henrik been playing very well indeed and very strong indeed. Julien comes in behind to give a bit of support, but he decides to go himself. Sets his set sail here now. Just checks up. He puts Dumrath in his pocket. Goes forward once again. Down into the bottom corner here now. Settles down. Lets that ball come off the boards. Look after the man once more. Giving enough time here for Casper to come in to try and spoil his play. They're going deeper and down. Didn't get the backhand he was looking for. Leaves it for Briot. Shows a little bit too much of that with Dumrath. They'll turn the play back out into the corner once again. First to surface onto this one is Caesar. Caesar comes away with it here now once again, but just couldn't couldn't quite control that one. Gets a big bump on the play there. Does Aleko, but gets the backhand underneath the pony's tail, back in towards the goal. But once again, it's cleared away here by Caesar Grassman. Caesar taps this one up forward out in the middle field. Looks for the big neck shot. Didn't get it, but good support for him there. Udumrathu passes this ball further down the field. Trying to set this one up here now for Casper. Casper being ridden off hard there by Julien. They're working hard on this play, but the ball's left. Brio comes in. Brio looks to make the turn. Trying to spoil his play there is Caesar. Caesar looking to steal that one. Does so. Sets sail once again. He's up forward. He comes here now. Caesar, can he send this one up forward? It looks like he can do, and he has. Casper out there at the front door. Can he finish this one off? And finish it off he does. Leveling up the scores once again. It is 8 goals apiece. What a game of polo we've had here this afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This has been extremely exciting stuff. So great standard polo for this 12-goal tournament here in the Nations Cup. 8 goals apiece it is, and once more a couple of players go for scrambling down for fresh legs for this last minute or so of this match. It's going to be at the flick of a coin to see who ends up the winner of this. Hamburg started off, as I said, so strongly, but never say die. Haute-de-France have been incredible in their comeback. And there it is once more, ball back into play. Brio looks like he has a bit of that one there. It's Aleko, but he gets it stolen away from him. Dobras sends the backhand, took it forward, then played the backhand, but the first service onto this one's going to be Julien. Julien in there. Julien, and it looks like his pony trod on that ball. The first two to go, ladies and gentlemen. The ball's being trodden on and the whistle blows. And Brio just having a little bit of a chat, and you can see them coming up here now. The ball was seriously buried in there, managing to dig it out. And so the first bell has gone. 8 goals apiece it is here in Chukka number 5. And it'll be Gaston Lacero to bowl the ball in from the inside out. Looking for a vague resemblance of a gap to try and get this ball in. Both these teams will be tired. They've worked incredibly hard out here this afternoon. Ball bowled into play, out the back of the line out. Brio comes away with this one here now. Brio gets the service man. Oh, but he couldn't pick up it on the near side. Struggling with that one there. Also is Caesar, but he's been pressurised by Julien, but he keeps control of it. Flicks that one away here now from Brio. Gets out the middle of the field here now. Is this going to be the golden goal coming up here now for Caesar? Caesar going goal bound. There goes the second bell, ladies and gentlemen. So that there should end the match as the ball just flicks in towards the middle of the field. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. 8 goals apiece, running out of time. And will we go to Chukka number 6? We are going to Chukka number 6, ladies and gentlemen, and we're starting off where the ball ended up, which was very close to this Haute-de-France goal with that great breakaway there from Caesar Grassman. So there'll be a bit of a scramble down there in the pony lines whilst they try to sort out horses and see who's coming out next. So I think, ladies and gentlemen, we're far from disappointed by any of the matches so far in this tournament, being very closely contested. This one started off looking like Hamburg had this completely sewn up and under control, but Haute-de-France have showed great strength. And now we'll just go to a few adverts from Polo Line. And we're back again here now for Chukker number 6. We very nearly went to it the other day, but we are here now. Golden goal time it is. You see the progression of the match. Hamburg started off so strongly in Chukker number 1. 4 goals to 0. End of Chukker 2. Both teams scoring 1 goal apiece. Unable to score anything with Hamburg, but 2 more goals are scored by Hauts-de-France. And in Chukker number 4, we ended up level at 7 apiece. At the end of Chukker number 5, it's 8 apiece it is. So 2 teams on the field here now. Back on the field, we're going to be throwing this ball in from the inside out. Coming on there last to join them is Cesar Krasman. Maybe a slightly psychological move there by him to keep this Hauts-de-France team just waiting there. Warming up is Julien, circling round, looking to get this under control, underway once again. Lining up there. On the umpire, you see Brio just standing at the front of the line out, looking to close it down. Alejo at the front, as is Henrich. Just one of these ponies just to settle so the umpire can just bowl this ball in if possible. There it is, he gets bowled in to play out the back of the line. Out it comes, who's the first to surface with it? And it is Cesar. Cesar looking to weave his way through, gets past Julien on this one, ball up into the air, pushes it forward, but he pushes it too wide, and it's going to be Julien to save the day for Hauts-de-France once again against his Hamburg team and takes it out towards the side. He has to keep himself straight and honest on that one there. Does so. Nice play by him. Just Cesar was looking for him to keep straight and did so. Goes back onto it. Shows a little bit too much of that there for Casper. Casper sends the backhand, but it's going to be Alejo to send it back in once again. And first round onto this one here, coming up onto it. There is Julien. Couldn't quite get himself onto that one cleanly enough, and it looks like it is going to be Cesar to pick up the pieces for Hamburg here now. In comes Alejo, spoils his play. Who's going to be next up onto this one here? And it's Alejo once again. He pushes up forward, and he has the danger man up the front door there, but oh no, he's over the top of that one just when Brio needed something out of it, but in come once again. Julien comes in to try and help out, but hops and bounds over the top of it, and Alejo sends it back into the throws once more. Alejo, but the backhand sent out there by Duthman to change the passage and flow of play once again, but Alejo picks it up here now, impeded his play, but it is going to be Cesar to pick it up here once again, and that ball just comes out over the boards, and there'll be a cry of anguish there for the Hamburg team. You can see that Cesar is just calling the attention to the umpire, thinking his pony might just knocked himself as it came over the boards there. So we'll just have a quick change of ponies. A little bit more stalling there, and we'll end up with a free hit in favour of Hauts-de-France. And just have that quiet little moment here now as a pony comes up here for Cesar Krasman. Just checking with the umpire if it's fine for him to change there in that spot. As he mounts back up again as other ponies come scrambling to him. But he's already got himself mounted up. So the ball will be dropped down here now when Cesar gets himself back onto the field. And it will be Brio to bring it back into play. So the ball's been dropped. Brio taps it forward. Dumrath waiting for him there. Goes with a shot, tends that one underneath the pony, sends that one out wide, but it looks like it hasn't gone quite as far as he would have liked. Julien tries to come onto it, as does Alejo. They both get spoilt in their play. Julien looking for that one there. Cesar's in there hard working, but it looks like we have Brio coming away with that one, but no, it isn't, and it's now going to be Alejo. Alejo's onto the play. It's a melee down that bottom end, fighting for their lives to get the win after this one here now. Coming forward with it this time is Alejo on his near side. Can he flick that one in? But it looks like it's just gone wide. So the ball's placed down. In possession are Hamburg. Looking to go coast to coast here now. With Casper. brings it forward, taps it up. Alejo comes in, puts the pressure on him, looks to try and make him make the play. And we've got Caesar going one way, goes the other way, goes under the neck with that one there. Did he get enough onto that one there to get that one up? But no, it is Brio comes on the meet onto this one here now, but on a double meet coming onto it once again. There was Casper trying to get into it now. Is Caesar. Caesar struggling on that near side, can't get hold of it, but Julian comes up with the treasure here now. Julian, he's hooked off out of that one there and couldn't quite make it, but it is Alejo. Can he finish it off this time, Alejo? But it gets pushed out wide past the goal. Backhand comes in by Alejo once more. And it looks like we're back into a melee situation once more. They're all standing on it. Brio wants a little bit of this one. Brio, can he get into it? Brio. Yes, there it is. He gets a goal post for his pleasure, but I'm sure he won't mind about that one there. It's coming out the winners. Golden goal. Brio de Go, making it 9-8. You can see on that replay there. Just got pushed wide there by Dumrath, by Henrich. And a great goal there by Brio de Go, taking the final score. Hôte de France 9, Hamburg 8. Players just congratulating each other after a very hard contested game. Indeed. I hope that leg of Jules is okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, they congratulate and thank the umpires. A very well contested game indeed, and shortly we'll be announcing and quickly interviewing the MVP. But all that team complemented each other very well, especially with the way they dug deep and kept the grit to keep coming back and all the time at Hamburg. Hamburg seemed to come off the boil, or maybe they didn't come off the boil. It was just the Hôte de France team just got stronger and stronger and not allowing them to do what they wanted to do. And now we'll just go to a few stats so we can see final score 8-9. Field goals, 3 for Hamburg, 6 for Hôte de France. The throw-ins, even Stevens, 7 apiece. The amount of fouls, you see there, that does tell quite a big story, and that's where Hôte de France started off with a lot of fouls, giving quite a lot of penalties there for the Hamburg team, ending up with 6-13 penalties converted. 7 penalties, convertible penalties, were given to Hamburg, of which they managed to convert 5. 3 from 4 for Hôte de France. Corners, 0 from 0, and no yellow cards given, which was good to see. So we'll just go to our best goal here now. I think I know which one it'll be, but let's see what our director can pull up out of this one here now. We had a cracking neck shot earlier.
Coming on that
but
near side.
the last goal, this one here now. Nope, here we go here now. And this one here, lovely neck shot there by Caesar Crossman, putting that one away, broke away quickly. He was under pressure, but just checked the pony up enough. I managed to, here comes Julian coming at this one here forward. Nice little put underneath the neck, under hard pressure there, but managed to take it all the way through. Great goal by Jules. You can see the other view of it here now. You see, got blocked by the man, but there was enough on it to carry it just about all the way through, and all the way through it did go. Jules Legomin, happy to see that flag. And here we go here now. A great goal here scored by Caesar Crossman. You saw Jules pushed him wide and then tried to take the narrow line towards goal just in case he could get to it, but there was no chance that he could as it went through. This time we have Brio put this ball out wide, close to that back line. And an amazing goal there for Cyril Gortseford. Great goal by him. He'll be very happy indeed with that one indeed. Actually scored the last goal just last week, it would have been, in New York in the Veuve Clicquot as well. So he's accustomed to scoring some great goals, and great that he's continuing that here now. And so we go up onto our next one here now. And this was a great goal, the way they just spread the team. The Hamburg spread the Hôte de France team really well, and you managed to get Casper finishing that one off. So there are highlights of our goals, ladies and gentlemen, as the two teams, exhausted, make their way down to their corners to be congratulated by the crew down there, who we can't thank enough for the work that they do behind the scenes, grooms and managers and everybody else involved. And there, the man himself, Cyril, very happy indeed. You saw the big smile on his face, and rightfully so too. It was a tough game indeed. The Hamburg came out guns a-blazing, looked a little bit rattled in the first two chukkers, but you dug so deep. Congratulations. What do you think your strength was? Did you change your game a little bit, your structure?
Pues sí, fue muy duro el partido, jugaron muy bien los chicos alemanes y nosotros empezamos muy mal y sí, a partir del segundo cambiamos la táctica, hicimos un par de cambios y la verdad que nos vinieron muy bien, arrancamos muy mal. El peor era imposible, había que cambiar algo.
No, it was important to change the tactics slightly in those chukkers there because they were very, very strong indeed, and the Grassmans, they play a lot together, and with Henrik, he's very strong indeed and works very hard too. But I think your teammates went well. How is Jules? How's his leg?
No, Jules is quite hard, you know, es muy duro, entonces y los alemanes sí juegan muy bien, juegan siempre juntos, son muy rápidos, buen caballo, y Henry sí tiene mucha fuerza, te molesta, entonces hay que ser un poquito más vivo para no perder tanta energía y quedar concentrado. Pero tengo buen equipo, los compañeros son muy buenos. Cyril nos mete un gol ahí, terminaron un checker que para mí fue fundamental, que los quebró un poquito, me parece.
Yeah, the two boys, they run really hard and they work very hard for you out there indeed. With Jules, very quick, and also with Alejo too. It's a great compliment. Thank you very much and congratulations and all the best for the rest of the tournament. Thank you very much indeed. Well done. So, for myself, Adam Snowden and Polo Line, thank you very much indeed for watching here at Chantilly for the Nations Cup. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow, so please tune in. Thank you very much indeed.